Okay, we haven't been at the Darkness for quite a while, and you see we got a lot of animation just stacked up. Okay, and I got my buddy over here, Nick. Nick, how many animations do we have left for sale? What's left for sale?
No, we got.
What about the trolls?
That's all that's left.
We have the trolls.
Well, that girl's still up there, but I thought you said you didn't want to sell it.
Which one?
The one that breaks her back. I thought you want to take her in the limb.
Yeah, we'll keep it.
Other than that, the elephant is still for sale.
The elephant. The elephant. The elephant's over there. We will sell that. Now, you know what's interesting about this whole shop is that Slayer is gone. It's going over to Creepy World. That's going in the trash. All of this is going over to Creepy World for a new monster museum we're making. So this space is gonna start clearing out.
Well, actually, those two are still for sale.
Which ones?
The window bangers.
Yeah, I mean, but you sure we don't have any back there for sale? Because I noticed there's a couple back there still.
Oh, the rat.
The rat.
The rat. That's the rat.
We have the rat. We have the rat.
It's gone, yeah. The rat.
And the big trolls, the big ogres from Scare Factory. So if they want to reach us, we've said it 100 times. You can email me at info@scarefest.com. Nick's on Facebook. I want to mention that when it comes to Facebook, like a lot of people, you know, I'm not really on Facebook a lot, so like I don't see every message, but when I do see them, I try to respond to them. I'm just not on there a lot, okay? With that being said, we're going to, and it's very noisy in here, we're going to look at some new masks that we just got, and then we're going to look at some new animations that we just installed. Where, Nick?
Upstairs.
Upstairs. And Nick, since Transworld, how many animations did we install in the LEM? Like 7?
7 or 8, and then there's a couple more going in.
And there's a couple more going in. So all the cool stuff that we did the LEM was done after Transworld. Shame on us.
You're going to have to open it next year now.
I know, we're going to have to open it next year now. We replaced everything. And what's really cool is, like, since Transworld, we've added more stuff to the Darkness. Now, do we have anything else to add to the Darkness? I can't remember.
We did the big Scare Factory head, Bush guy, he's new.
I'm talking about, is there anything else that we're going to install up there?
I know you were talking about that wheelchair guy, but I didn't know if you wanted it at the hospital.
Yeah, we could put it at the hospital at Creepy World. So our next big project is going to be getting the Monster Mansion, all the animations, lighting and sound working in there. And then also to kind of finish it up. And then we also almost have the Ghoul Band done.
Yeah, Ghoul Band should be done tomorrow or the next day.
And we're going to make a video about that. Now, one of the things I want to talk about really quick, and then we're going to go up and look at what we've done to the Darkness since Transworld. And really quick, we're going to talk about shooting promo videos and how to make promo videos for your attraction. At least how we make them. And we're going to talk about that just a little bit. But one of the things I want to talk about is Transworld 2025. I'm not looking forward to that because that means I would turn one more year older. When you get this age, you don't want the clock turning that fast, let me tell you. But with that being said, a really quick update. You know, I talked to the people about possibly opening Creepy World. I don't know, that's like 50-50 at this point. So I really don't know if that's even going to be possible, if they would let me do it. And then there's the issue of the Darkness. Because, and we covered this in another video. Oh, okay. Well, hurry up back so we can go upstairs. All right, we're working 24 hours a day around here. But do you see this area where they're walking? And we already covered this in a video, but I'm covering it again. I have engineers and architects working on covering from that corner to that corner, and this wall right here would come down. So you would be able to go out of the escape room. This staircase wouldn't be here, and you could literally walk right into, for example, my gift store. So if we get this built and done before Transworld, The problem is going to be that our next big project would be to remove TerraVisions and replace it. So we got to see about how we're going to do that, which means if you're interested in TerraVisions, reach out to me because it's definitely going to be for sale. I know I said this literally for the last 2 years, but it's absolutely going to be for sale because we are stocking up on cool stuff to reinvent the ending of the darkness. And I'm going to try to show that to you by looking at the ceiling. Hold on. So look, you see where this gateway is right here? So right there is where the entrance to TerraVisions is, right there on the second floor. You come in right here. So right there is where the lobby is, okay? So the goal is gonna be, and I'm gonna line up, you can see it up there. Okay, do you see where this is like 50%, 50%. So all of that space outside that we would inherit by expanding the building, and then keeping 50% of this building for that, would add about 3,800 square feet. So the new ending to the darkness would be from coming out of the darkness right here, going this way into the black hole tunnel. I call it the black hole tunnel. You would go through the tunnel right there, and then you would go through a monster museum that would just be on this side, right here, okay? Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, a monster museum, that's not that cool. Well, it's gonna be a monster museum with animations, okay? So I'm trying to buy a lot of classic monsters, which is one of the reasons why I went to Monster Palooza, because I was trying to secure monsters, okay? You know, like really cool ones. I already have a bunch, but I need a bunch more. So the plan is that all my autographs, all the cool memorabilia, everything, but then the monsters themselves would be lined up on either wall for photo ops. And there would be a lot of things you could scan and learn about different monsters and the whole shebang. So, in other words, we would put up a website, you could scan things, and then you could learn about the monsters. Does that make sense? But then it would be a mix of some animation. So when you're walking through, you would get attacked by some of the props would be animatronics. So this would eliminate all actors for TerraVision. So we use about 8 to 10 of them. So we would no longer have them. So the darkness would technically be a little shorter, but the benefit would be that customers would be able to go through this area and take a gazillion photos and pose with different things, and then they would be able to, you know, share those, and they would be able to see something that was like really cool, and that's the goal right there. And then they would be able to get into the museum area. But then the other benefit is the customers from the escape room, I could literally open my gift store. Does that make sense? So I would have access to my gift store from the escape room, and I would be able to add more escape rooms. I could add a big arcade. I could add other kinds of attractions. So the escape room business right now, which is 10,000 square feet, would about increase by 33%. Now see, that's a year-round business, but actually would increase a little bit more than 33% because it would be now connected to the retail store, which I could keep open year-round. The other thing that I could do on busy nights, I could open the Monster Museum from the escape room. It could be open as a 24-hour, it could be open as a business that you could walk through it. So we're gonna design it in a way so that you could enter it from the museum or from the exit by the gift store and then come back out without getting into the darkness. So then it could be a year-round attraction. It also could be a corporate type of space where you could have corporate parties and things of this nature. So what I'm thinking is going forward, it's hard to get, and there's Adam. Hi Adam, wave. Okay, and there's Nick.
You guys ready?
No, we're about to talk about the one thing before we go upstairs.
Okay.
So that's the plan. Now, could we open the haunted house for Transworld? I would say it's less than 50% because this would just be too much work to do and get it done before when Transworld happens this coming year, which is at the end of February. So, I mean, I could open Lamp, I would try to open Creepy World, and if I could get the Darkness done, I would open it. But it would probably be a last minute deal, and it would be like literally the biggest renovation that we've ever done, and it's gonna be what I feel is more towards the future of the way you would want to do your haunt. So then what will happen by connecting all this, it would become one big giant complex. And that's what we're trying to accomplish. So we'll see what happens. Now, we want to talk about promo videos. Now look overhead. That's a green screen. And if you look over here, you'll see bags and bags and bags of green screen. That's for the floor. We also have ones that set up for the sides. So the whole floor will be green screen, the ceiling will be green screen. And then one of the reasons why you want to buy all these cool masks, and there's obviously a lot of companies. And you can see we definitely made sure that we had hands because that was a big problem when we did it last time. But look at the new masks we got. Now, we also got the bodysuit from Immortal, but it did not come in yet because we plan on obviously doing that as part of our promo videos. We have all of these cool masks. Look how badass that is. So we have all these masks, plus all of these up here, plus that really cool Frankenstein from CFX. I mean, that one's really cool. I love that one. And what we're gonna do, or what we do every single year, is we put actors in the costumes, we set them up in front of green screens. In the old days, we used to film everything in the haunted house. It's too difficult. Set up lighting. Another problem is you turn on the haunted house, sounds on, everything. But now what we do when we make promo videos is we go through the haunted house, we film the cool stuff in the haunted house, film the animations, maybe a thing here or there, and then the promo stuff comes from shooting on green screen. It's actually so much easier, okay? You can add in the background you want. And a lot of people would say, oh, this is fake. Well, it's not really fake, okay? Because we're using scenes from the haunted house in addition to just having monsters literally make quick motions. Now I'm gonna have Nick, stand over here, Nick. Okay. So I would have my camera on Nick in front of the green screen. Now, one of the things I'm gonna highly suggest is never to use any weapons. So if Nick were to, if we're shooting Nick, he could have maybe a weapon on his shoulder, but don't strike or anything like that. So give me a twist, a half twist. Keep your feet straight, level with me. Okay, now, kind of like move your front foot over here. Okay, now turn your waist, turn your waist. So like just real quick, like turn and give me like a scary, quick reaction from there. You ready? Like that, okay? Boom!
Okay, wait, let me redo it with the rat.
All right, with the rat, all right, we're gonna try it.
Pretend it's the weapon, this side not.
All right, here we go, right? So give me a twist. Like that. Do you see that? That is a cut. When you think about how fast these videos are, okay, when you think about how quick you're editing and you're trying to make these videos, you're not trying to make a drama, you're trying to make a 15 to 30 second spot. You need quick actions and maybe mix with some cuts from inside the haunt. And when it comes to scaring, having people walk through the maze, you should literally just bring them all in and literally film them and tell them when to scream, how to react, film it 8 times if you have to, and literally mix them up in line, take them in different spots in the haunt, and that is good filler between stuff like this. Now watch, I'm gonna direct Nick on again. I'm gonna direct him again. Nick, go in front of my green screen. Okay, my camera's set up right here. Nick, go off screen. Limp until you get right in the middle where, you know, right here, and then just make a quick, like, turn without turning your feet, okay? It's like you're creeping, and it's like all of a sudden you see me, and so you make a quick turn. So he's like creeping, stop, turn, okay? that would be another one. Okay, now another one is he could be right there, I could be right here, walk towards me. Creepy, creepy. Yeah, and I could go like that, okay? You're looking for quick motions, right? In front of a green screen. You can fill in the backgrounds much easier, much faster. And the key to making really good ones is having really good costumes, having really good masks. And by the way, it doesn't hurt to have a big old giant hammer, but only if it's on their shoulder, because that's the fastest way to get your animation or your videos turned down on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, because they'll say it's violence or whatever. But quick, fast reactions. I will tell you that I will also go into my escape rooms and my haunted house, and exactly what I had Nick do, I'll do the same thing up there. We've shot some of the coolest stuff actually in the escape room. Don't be afraid to film anywhere it takes. But you obviously, the one thing you don't want to do is present yourself as being a fake and a phony. So if all your stuff is fake and phony and your haunted house is really baloney, okay, that rhymed. Yeah, I'm a rapper now. So you're actually going to do more harm than good, because it's like, oh, but when you come to my haunt, see, these are my costumes. These are my masks. These are our actors. And we're mixing it with scenes and animations and cool clips from the haunted house. Does this make sense? Hopefully it does. But I will tell you, you've got to put a lot of time and effort into making these promo videos, or you're not going to get anywhere, because you have to have good content. Let's go see these animations, Nick. So now we're going to go into the haunted house, and we're going to see the cool stuff that we've added since Transworld. And I have news for you, that we're planning on redoing our stairs that go upstairs to the darkness. We plan on redoing that, and our goal maybe is to redo it before Transworld. And the room that I just walked through, we want to turn that into a mausoleum. So that's on the drawing board. So we'll see if we get that done as well. But yes, that's what we're doing. So now we're going to go into the scary underworld of the darkness. And we're going to see...
There's no turning back now.
There's no turning back. And there's 3 new animations. And I think they're all super cool. And one's from Scare Factory, one's from Poison Props. What's the other one? Scare Factory. 2 from Scare Factory. And I think all 3 are cool.
Yep.
Let's go see.
All right, this is your last chance. All right, there's no turning back from here.
All right, let's go. There's the back side. As you can see, you can still get around it. Hey, Nick! Hey, you need to move all this and cut this out, because that'll rub against there and tear it to shreds.
The way I programmed it is, whenever he's going out, he's moving back and forth, his head is...
Okay, well you need to cut more of it out so he doesn't destroy himself. And what is all this?
That's stuff from that panel that was in there.
Okay.
I didn't know if you wanted it redone or...
No, you need to take it out. All right. We're walking in. Oh my gosh, that's loud. All right, here we go. Here's one. Now this is from Poison Props. Now look at it. Just looks like a regular old tree. There it goes. That's pretty good.
I think it's going to scare people right there.
Oh, it's definitely going to scare people. Now, let me get real close to it and see if I get whacked by it. One of the things you'll notice is we have a crate down here to keep you away from it to some degree. So that's number one. We saw that at Transworld and we bought that. What's number two? What's number two?
What are we talking about?
What's the second one? Take us to the second one.
All right, come on.
No, it'd be fast to go this way, right?
Yeah, everything goes, you're going to see it backwards.
All right, it smells like dookie in here because of the smell machine. But let's go see the second animation added. Why is this all out, Nick? Why is this all out?
The breaker flight on. There's the only breaker in the darkness all the time.
Are you gonna fix that? All right, here we go.
Alright, whenever you turn right, it's right through. That's where it's at.
So this scene right here, we added another animation. Let's go around. So we got this chair from Scare Factory. You know what's really cool? Is it bumps into this guy and makes him wiggle.
It makes both of them kind of big.
Now, one of the things that we have to do, we need to get like a broken chair or something and put it right there. Did you find one? Out in the container? But we don't want people walking into it. So if we just mount a chair right to the floor, they won't be able to get to it.
Yeah, 'cause his head couldn't clock in.
All right, well, let's go see the third one. Now we have other animations that we bought that we can add to the darkness, but at this point, it's overloaded. And don't know why the power is off over here, but it is. These are one take videos, so where there's no editing whatsoever, so you have to come with us. Now, in case you weren't aware, we installed with Studio Effect Tech this line here up here for the actor to fly, a fly rig. We did a video about that. So we added new animation right here. Is that cool? Like, you gotta go right by that thing. Is that cool or what? Now, we gotta fix this. Okay. Otherwise.
That's why I left that stuff over there, because I was trying to fill that up with
Now, really quick. Hey, come this way real quick. We gotta get somewhere real quick. So we can wrap up this video. And let's get over here for a second, Nick. So, folks, listen to me. One of the things that we want to talk about in regards to the animation that you just saw from Scare Factory is sometimes you can buy an animation and it doesn't actually have to work the way you bought it. In other words, tell them, Nick, what did we do to that animation?
Yeah, so it was two shutters that would open up and it would come out of a window and scream at you. We cut all that off and we cut its base down to fit in that little corridor because there used to be a little Poison Props window slammer right there. And so I had to take all that window stuff on. Like I was telling you, that stuff that was stacked up behind the wall, that old wood that was on that wall, I kept it there because I assumed you were going to want us to fill that space in where it's just that open frame right there. But I wanted you to see it in person first.
So here's the point that I want to make about this. And let's go over here, Nick. We'll walk in our alien escape room that's not getting worked on at the moment. But here's the point that we wanted to make. When we bought that animation, when I saw the windows opening, you know, I wish in hindsight that I would have went back to Scare Factory and said, hey, how much cheaper would it be? Oh, we're not taking all these out.
Well, I need to get those lockers through here.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna put them over here?
I was just going to move them outside and then bring them back.
Yeah, you can just put them in the elevator shaft.
Well, I think they're going to use these. I'm going to move them out and then I'll put them back in.
Okay, well, we're gonna get out of the alien. It's too congestion in here. But check this out. I want to show you this real quick because I think it's kind of cool. So when we were making these, do you see these down here? Those are gonna have Lexan in it. And when they were popping those out, they were throwing them away. And then I said to myself, you know what? No, let's keep those. Because look at this. We just stapled those on there right there.
I'm telling you.
Okay, and you see up there? That, we are gonna put these everywhere. See right there? And right there?
It's called a flange.
Well, right now it's just called it's just we have a bucket of them. So I started having them save them, and if I come over here, there should be a bucket somewhere.
There's a couple of them right there on the table.
Yeah, here's a bucket, and you just look around in here, and there's these circles. There's also some other kind of circles, but you see the circle? See that right there? Okay, so this is a leftover piece, but this could start adding layers to your, now see these little half moons? But imagine the half moon gone. You see that? Boom. So we started saving all these because we're gonna use them as accent pieces. Because right now when you look at it, you're probably saying to yourself, that doesn't look very good. Yeah, but you're not seeing it painted. Okay? And that's the key. You have to see it painted. You have to visualize it in your mind as it being painted. And that's the key right there. Whenever you're designing something and you start thinking like outside the box like I was right there, you're thinking to yourself, what will it look like painted? Doesn't matter what it looks like in raw wood. What matters is what does it look like painted? Does that make sense? Well, anyway, so really quick, just to finish up this video, and what I was saying about animatronics is we take animatronics all the time and manipulate them. We do the same thing with vacuum form. We cut little pieces off, we change it. But we've actually bought a lot of animations where we physically changed it. One of the reasons why I did not like that Scare Factory animation, I liked the monster. I did not like the animation because in an indoor haunted house, the windows come out so far that you would have to have so many like props to keep people, or a border to keep people from being hit by it, that it makes no sense. And so the shutters were a foot wide. And then if you put it in the back of the scene, it wouldn't be as effective. Now, do you see how effective that thing is, like coming out of that window and it literally, you can reach out and touch it and having that monster in your face? Well, if you left the shutters on it, it would suck. So where did the shutters go? They went in the trash.
We scrapped the metal. We scrapped the cylinder. The new cylinder that's on the alien in there is from that.
Well, look at that.
So we repurpose, recycling. Renewable haunting.
I had to have a drink there. So when you're thinking about animatronics and stuff, you got to think about how to best use them. And sometimes that's going to require you to manipulate them or change them to get the most out of them. So I think in the future, if I was to buy that animation again from Scare Factory, I would go to Scare Factory and say, hey, give it to me just the monster with a platform.
I was just talking about this in one of my videos I just made of that bush guy when I installed it, which I was going to tell you, but I haven't seen you in person yet. So when you get a prop from Poison Props, if it's the regular small size props, the speaker is mounted in the chest. But if you get their bigger animations like that wolf that we got for the mansion out there, they come with these little powered speakers that have a little sub, and then it has the speakers inside them. But you have to power the speaker separately. But the problem with them is you have to manually set them every time the prop gets turned off. So you have to go in and set it from like Bluetooth mode, which is just not, you know, what we need. Because our powered speakers that we use, when you turn the haunt on, everything just comes on. And that's what I'm saying is, with Poison Props, you could say that to them too. You could be like, hey, with the powered speaker, how much to just leave it out? That's the same kind of idea.
All right, there we heard it from Nick firsthand. Now, we're on 1 dot of the battery. That means this video is coming to an end.
All right, I'm gonna go shut off the haunt.
No, I gotta go film it with my phone first.
Oh.
So we're gonna go through it. It'll be just 1 minute.
One take?
Yep, one take. Now, you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna walk over to all those animations. I'm gonna film them with my camera, and at one take, like maybe start on something else and pan over to them, and that will go on my Instagram reel, that'll go on my TikTok reels. It's content. Your haunted house is full of content, even without actors. I would actually argue that your haunted house, if you have a lot of animations, has more content in it without actors than with actors. I'm not saying that animations are better than actors. I'm just saying when you're trying to get more views, animations get more views most times, okay? And because there's so many people out there that want to put these kind of animations that they buy from a Home Depot in their front yard. So there's so many people that are enamored with them. You'll get more views with that kind of content. So I'm gonna go back in the haunted house and I'm gonna make a video of these things and they will become content. Now I wanted to say, we just hit 1 million TikTok followers. When I started posting on TikTok about 2 years ago, wasn't even 2 years ago, we had 2,500 followers, and now we have 1 million. On Instagram, when I first finally started realizing, hey, post on Instagram, we had 2,500 Instagram followers. Now we have 41,000, and it's going up by 100 a day. Right now, we're on a roll. We're cooking, okay? And we got to keep that content going. You got to just keep finding content to shoot. I mean, I put all kinds of stuff on. You should follow my Instagram, which is Scarefest, and you should also follow my TikTok, which is Darkness Haunted House, and you'll kind of see the kind of content that I'm putting up and what we're doing to build our audience. And I'm hoping that my goal on Instagram is to try to get to 100,000. You almost might be able to promote your haunted house when you have a big enough social media following without even spending hardly any money. Wouldn't that be fantastic? But with that being said, one other thing I wanted to say was a few people reached out to me and said thank you for letting them know about service fees for ticketing, because you really need to be in control of your service fees. I strongly advise everybody to use Fear Ticket because it's the cheapest and it has the most features, and you keep your service fees. And I think that's absolutely key. Now, in another video, I'm going to be talking about discount coupons because I have a different strategy with discount coupons for 2024. I'm going to talk about that. So that's going to be in an upcoming video. Please leave your comments below and tell us what kind of videos you would like us to make. And I have to say this too before the battery runs out. I was thinking about going to MHC, and I was like this close. Huh?
I didn't want to go.
Well,
I wouldn't go with it.
I know. I did ask Nick if he would have said yes. I would have gone. Huh? Yeah, he went to some silly concert.
I went to a Day to Remember. It was sold out.
Yeah, well, who cares? We could have went to MHC. So I thought about going to MHC. I literally even thought about going to EHC. I've never been to any of them. you know, it's hard for me to explain. Like, you know, what did I do? I sat on the couch and watched sports. You know, it's like I didn't do a whole lot. Okay. So yeah, I might have been a little bit more productive going to those because there would have been content there for my social media pages. But, you know, at the same time, it's like, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's like I have a little bit of, I don't know, social anxiety about, like, I don't know, talking to a lot of people that I might not know. But when I was at Transworld, I had lots of people coming up to me thanking me for the videos. And we just had somebody come here today and was saying how they watch all the videos, didn't they? And so we're just making them for you guys. But, you know, I'm not looking for pats on the back or anything like that. Although, you know, it's nice to know that you like the videos. But we're just trying to help the haunted house industry from a place where I feel absolutely comfortable to do so. I think it would have been good for me to go to MHC, but I really don't even go to the Transworld show. I was there for 4 hours maybe total. And it's kind of stupid on my part. The show's here, I should go. There's so much to see and so much I didn't see, even though I zipped through every aisle super, super fast. You know, you need to take your time, spend a lot of time, and I think it would have really benefited me to go to MHC or Eastern Haunt Convention. I just need to get over it, maybe go. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll fly out to Midsummer Night's Scream and go see that. And I definitely want to go see Mask Fest. That's on my list. I got free tickets to go to it last year from the owner and didn't go. Shame on me. This year, if you're watching, I want to come. I want to come make a video of Mask Fest. And I really want to go this year. So we'll see what happens. But I keep saying this, but we plan on getting in the car and driving around and coming to see some haunts. That's my plan. That's what I want to do. And we'll see what happens. But until then, we are going to go out to Creepy World. We're going to get all the animations hooked up, the lighting hooked up, the sound hooked up for the new Monster Mansion so we can continue the series of making a fast and affordable haunt. And I think it's turning out fantastic. Don't you, Nick?
Yep.
And just tell them, to be honest, we have not put a lot of effort into it.
But maybe 3 weeks worth of work on and off.
And it's starting to look really cool.
Yeah, I went through today. Did you see the coffins? How they're all mossed up and stuff now in that last hallway?
Yeah.
They look cool.
Yeah, and then we'll start putting bodies in them, and then, you know.
The ceiling's all camo netted out now.
Starting to look good.
There's a new animation they put in the wolf room. It's that guy hanging from his intestines.
Yeah.
That we were going to sell, but then you ended up wanting to keep it.
There you go. So anyway, from myself and from Nicholas, we will see you next time, right, Nick?
Stay scary.